All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Justin Clark here. Going to take a look at Bitcoin and these crypto markets this morning, getting an early start on the day. Anyway, lots of interesting stuff happening in the crypto markets. And of course, we have a 5-day countdown till Trump takes office in the US, which he's turned into a very crypto-friendly president. So we could see some, volatility leading up to the event. And of course, the question always is it a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, or will it pump the markets after the 20th? We'll just have to see what happens here. But for us, what's nice is the way that we trade, we don't really care. We'll just keep trading the volatility. I just hope that the volatility picks up. It's gotten a little quiet here leading up to the event. So hopefully once the volatility kicks in, it'll start making the markets move up and down like crazy. And that's what we really, really love. So if you're coming on here, if you can let me know who you are, what part of the world you're tuning in from, say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever applies. You can also let me know if you're seeing this live or actually on a replay. If you have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the comments. And if you do want market analysis like this on the daily, pretty much, go ahead and follow me on Facebook or x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen over here. So we're going to be taking a look at a chart, and the chart is called the MA Momentum chart. And for those who are members of iCoinPro and you have our training, you can go into my iCoinPro training and go to Micro Profit System Part 3, click Go. And then MA Momentum training is right here. It's about a 40-minute training you can do, and it'll teach you how to use this chart setup. Now, we're taking a look at our iCoinPro trading portal this morning to see what's going on. This is our custom software that we built from the ground up. iCoinPro has this. It is the all-seeing eye of crypto. We have these trackers. They track when things are dipping, when things are blowing up, and then also when things are dumping. We track the whole market to see whether it's potentially high or low. We track the fear and greed index. We have another indicator coming very soon that's going to be powerful. Anyway, lots of tools and goodies built into here for everybody. So to get this chart layout, you go up here and click this arrow. Let me zoom in a little bit. And then click Load Chart Layout and click on MA Momentum. There's only 2 chart layouts in here. And they are, simple. This one is only used to determine overall market position. And what's cool about this, all right, so let's take a look at this here. The MA Momentum, MA stands for moving average. That's what these lines are here, this purple, maroon, yellow, green, etc. These lines are all moving averages. And we use them in this way. And we don't need to get into how they're calculated, okay? You just need to know how to use them. When the market is trading above all of these moving averages and continuing to stay above them, in particular, when it starts to trade above this light purple moving average over here, that means that we're potentially in a bullish market and almost definitely not in a bear market, okay? On the flip side, if we're trading underneath of all of these moving averages and getting stuck underneath this light purple moving average in particular, all right, and that means that we are potentially in a bearish market and building bearish momentum and almost definitely not in a bull market. And after it gets into that type of selling scenario, it takes a while for everything to kind of process out, all the sellers and everything to get out of the marketplace. And then, we can return back to a bullish cycle. Okay. So right now, we've been very bullish for a while. In fact, we conquered these moving averages and have been just trading bullishly now for 733 days or so, somewhere around there. Long time. So we're obviously going to, I don't know if we're going to continue. Gosh, that's 2 years, man. Wow. Or if we, if this bullish momentum is nearing its end and 108 was the peak, of course, that's the whole question. So what we're looking at right now is we're trying to get back above this orange moving average. And if you look really closely, you can see that we went up and we keep hitting it but we haven't quite broken through it just yet. We're using this blue shaded area as a Bollinger Band. We're using this lower Bollinger Band kind of as support and 90,000. All right, 90,000 is kind of the key level. We lose 90,000, it could get ugly. So anyway, that's important for us to keep trading above. These purple lines are what are called a falling wedge. It looks like we may be forming this in the market. That is a bullish formation according to traditional traders, but you know, again, anything can happen. We can fall out negative on this, or we can bust out and go north. You know, we could be going to 200K, we could be going to 2,000. I don't know. I don't care. That's just not something we don't worry about the overall market. We just look at micro trades with what we do and compound our balances, and we do just fine. Keep ourselves out of hot water with that. So we're just going to have to see here. Oh, we got a couple people. You getting an early start too there, Dean? Welcome. Good morning. Queensland in the house. Awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome, Dean. That's great. Yeah, there's all these sorts of indicators. The reason that I've stuck with what we've got is we just know it works. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you it's the best trading system in the world, but I can tell you it's extremely workable. And it continues to work no matter what these markets do. And that's the key to good trading, is consistency and having an edge, you know, that puts you above the returns of the usual market. So, all right, with that said, we're just gonna have to see what happens here today. We need to obviously get above, you know, 98K to possibly charge and try to get 100K again. 100K is kind of the gold ring. If we can bust through that pretty quickly, if we can keep this momentum up pretty quickly, that could be good. Momentum's very important in markets to keep everybody excited and not thinking too much about what's going on. A lot of times when markets start moving up, nobody's thinking, they're just buying, they're just being dumb buyers. And that is good for market price action until it ends. So we need to keep this momentum going up to keep people from getting afraid. If we can't get over this orange moving average right now, which is actually the MA50, if we can't get over that, we're going to have an issue and potentially need to come back down and retest this area, which would be retesting 90K, even down as far as 85, 86 in that area. But if we start to get down there, we want to run a real risk of the trend maybe being over and people considering that as a definitive movement that the trend is kind of over. If we lose multiple moving averages at any point, obviously that's just not good. So right now, okay, the keys are reclaim 98, then maybe take a shot at 100. Quicker we do that, the better for momentum. If we can't, we've got 94, 95 we have to stay above. We may trade in this tight little channel here till we get some sort of breakout. These could squeeze in, you know, these Bollinger Bands, and all of that could happen. We could trade there, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll go and bounce and ping pong in the structure for a while till we finally get a move. We will have to see. But again, 98K, 100K is the upside. On the downside, we got 94, 95, and below that is 90. All right. So let's keep a close eye on that. Let's take a look at what we call the longs and shorts. Well, everybody calls them that. A long is somebody who's betting Bitcoin is going up, usually with leverage. A short is somebody who's betting Bitcoin is going down, usually with leverage. And when you're using leverage, it means you're borrowing money and you're exaggerating your gains and your losses. Okay. It means that it's very risky trading. So right now we're pretty much dead even. So I'm not super concerned here. I'm not concerned until we get over 70% on either longs or shorts. Then a more dramatic dynamic move could potentially happen in the market. So right now it's pretty much business as usual. Again, we are up high. Let's all be aware of that. We're not near a potential bottom area of a market. We're more near a potential top area. So we'll just have to see what happens. I want to remind everybody, clear your list. You know, I do it once or twice a day when the market, maybe even 3 times a day or more, when the market really starts moving, just to keep my list clear. And then you just let the software go and it'll recrawl all the coins. We crawl all the coins on Binance and Coinbase looking for trades. So it'll crawl everything and then just push them to your smartphone, which you'll probably, let me make sure my ringer is not off. You'll probably hear them there in a second when the market finds any trades that are there. We'll get a beep, and then the list will fill up. Our watch list will fill up with potential trades, and we'll start getting those notifications. So with that said, we need to look at what's possibly good coins for trading right now. And we're going to look at our buddy coin crawler. And to be honest with you, I'm not seeing anything that's sticking out super well. Probably XRP, because there's a lot of volume. There's been some really good dynamic upward movement. We're getting some, dip action going on here. So we'll just have to see, if that continues. So XRP could potentially be on my list. I think I'm going to put that on my list. But I'm going to want it to do maybe 1 or 2 dip sequences here and get some really good, what we call roller coastering, the up and down movement before I start trading it. H-bar, let's see what's up with H-bar. H-bar's got a little bit, not too bad. Anyway, again, not super dynamic movement. So we're just in that phase where the market's a little bit quiet, but anything can happen. Things can start getting crazy. So I will put XRP on my list. H-bar I'm not super, crazy about, but we'll let there you go. So you just found ADA. ADA is one sometimes I'll trade, but only if the movement starts getting really good. This one tends to get, 1% recovery on this dip. I'm not even thinking about this at all yet. But XRP, definitely, I think that one can get some good movement. There's a lot of noise around it and excitement, and there'll be a lot of emotion. So XRP USD is going to be my buddy coin for today. All right, everybody, that's all I've got. If you do want to learn how to trade these crazy crypto markets, we've got a free bootcamp for you. You can get back with the person who introduced you to iCoinPro or shared this video with you, or you can shoot an email to support@icoinpro.com. We'll get you that bootcamp. And if you want market analysis like this, follow me on Facebook or x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day. And let's see what happens today in these crazy crypto markets. Bye-bye, everybody.